benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
And so we begin anew with this, a promise that all teams, all schools, and all of us reach for the sky in 2021. And hello again, everyone, and welcome to another executive-produced presentation of Covenant Christian Basketball on the family of networks, Indiana SRN. Steve McClure, along with the coach Keith Myers, greeting you on this first Saturday of the new year as the host Warriors take on the visiting Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Our pregame show brought to you by the Morales Group, building futures one story at a time. Well, despite what seemed like periods of constant interruptions and rescheduling caused by the worldwide pandemic, Indiana high schools have motored on, and you can't give enough credit to the student athletes who have felt the major brunt more than anyone else, along with their coaches, parents, teachers, and administrators. Covenant Christian hadn't picked up a basketball for nearly 2 weeks, starting in early December, having 3 games, those with Guerin Catholic, Heritage Christian, and Greenwood Christian Academy, all postponed and likely canceled with only 4 weeks left in the regular season. However, the Warriors, now 3-6, have a full complement of players available in the December 30th holiday tournament just a few days ago at Ben Davis, where they dropped both of those games to Warren Central and the host Ben Davis Giants. Covenant Christian, under first-year coach Dan Neitz, remains confident it can right the ship with key games coming up over the next 4 weeks, leading up to the Class 2A sectional at Cascade on the week of February the 2nd. Meanwhile, Indy Homeschool, under first-year coach Scott Roscoe, comes into the game with a record of 11-2. The Wildcats and Warriors were originally scheduled to play back in the middle of November when that contest was postponed. Let's bring in my broadcast partner and good friend, Coach Keith Myers, now and get his early assessment of tonight's game. Good afternoon, sir.
You know, it's been since December 3rd that Covenant Christian's been full strength, so it should be very interesting to see what they look like, knock off some rust for this Wildcat team. You know, 11-2, knocking off IHSAA opponents Danville, Purdue Poly, Traders Point, Tinley, and it goes on and on. These kids have been playing together since 5th grade, and now they are sophomores, juniors, and seniors. This is a very good ball club for the Wildcats.
And, Coach, as you well know, we know a little bit about the history of Indy Homeschool. We've done a number of their games in the past, so they've been at it for a long time.
Yeah, you know, we got to do their national championship year, which was a lot of fun, and reminiscing with some folks in the last couple of days about this homeschool group. They would love to have us back on. We would love to go back with them. So if you're a Wildcat fan and you would like to, you see what you like, you know, put that in their ear. We would love to come back to the Wildcats. Very good program. Jeremy Bilick used to be their varsity basketball coach for years, won a couple of national championships, now off to college ranks. And what a great organization. And, Steve, I remember back when they started working, playing with this old CSAC conference. I was the director of the conference when they were just starting out as a group, and it's nice to see them doing so well after 25-plus years.
And they have matured over the years, obviously, and continue to strengthen their program. But when I think about Indy Homeschool and look at their schedule, they're always trying to up the schedule. But I wonder this, Keith, who wants to play this team?
Well,
from the IHSAA.
Well, it used to be you would want to play it because it was homecoming and you could beat them by 50. Now that they are competitive and they're playing very, very well, this is a good test because really for Covenant Christian, this is another 2A opponent, if you will. So it will get the Covenant Christian ready, and I think it gets you ready to play. And you want to play competition.
Yeah, and I think because of Covenant Christian coming back now after that holiday tournament and being back at home and ready to resume their academic schedules just to get back to some regularity on day-to-day basis.
Yeah, and you talked about their 2 losses, but those were 2 good quality losses. Ben Davis is going to win the state in 4A because I don't think anybody's going to knock off Stan Binge. Been around for a long, long time. That Ben Davis team is very good, and that Warren Central team is playing very well. So, you play 2 4A opponents to get healthy. Man, that's tough. That's a tough task.
And anytime you play any school out of the MIC conference, you've got a battle in front of you.
And you had to play 2 of them. Not only just one, you had to play 2. So it should be fun.
But, Coach, at this time of the year, I always repeat this, but I think needs bearers in terms of repeating, and that is this is the time of the year when teams really have a chance to hone in on their own true identities to prepare themselves for postseason.
You said 4 weeks before we play the sectional play. Some schools have only played 4 games. Covenant Christian is one of them, played 4 games. So they have to do maybe 6-7 games before that comes down the line to play sectional. That is crazy schedule. I looked at Garin Catholic. They're playing 10 games in February where usually you play maybe just 4.
Yeah, and usually you see in the front half of the schedule, which is so heavy uploaded, and normally right after the break you've only got about 5 or 6 games left. But when you're trying to reschedule all of these postponements, these guys are going to really be busy as we head down the stretch. We're going to take our first break, and when we return, we will keep it right here as the Indiana SRN presentation tonight of the Warriors of Covenant Christian take on the Indy Wildcats. Both of these teams at right now, Covenant Christian standing at 3-6, and the Indy Homeschool at 11-2. We see both teams lining up as they get ready to honor America with the presentation of our flag.
Bow your heads with me. Father, thank you for this opportunity to play basketball. In the midst of this pandemic, Lord, we have a lot to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back, everybody, as this Saturday afternoon unfolds. And IHSAA Girls Basketball, the Covenant Christian Warriors at home tonight as they take on the visiting Indy Homeschool Wildcats. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Wildcats, who come in with a record of 11-2. Starting at one guard, a senior, Alyssa Woodard. At a second guard spot, she's a freshman, number 10, Rachel Wirtz. Their big gunner, averaging 18 points per game, and a junior, Gloria Brewer. At one forward, a junior, it is Louisa Schock. And at the other forward spot, a sophomore, averaging 5.5 points a game, is Hannah Ruddle. The homeschool Wildcats, coached by Scott Roscoe, now in his first season with Indy Homeschool. Now for the home Covenant Christian Warriors. Let's take a look at their starting lineups. At one forward, a 5'11 junior, Samara Douglas. At the other forward spot, she likes to shoot the three. It's 5'7 senior, number 35, Kayla Dantzler. At another forward spot, a 5'7 sophomore and a terrific rebounder wearing number 40, Gabby Crane. The two guard spots occupied by a 5'6 senior, number 20, Bonnie Lou Ludlow. She makes this team go and is the engine for it. And at the other guard spot, a 5'7 junior, it is Patty Chikamba. Again, the Warriors are coached by Dan Neitz, now in his first season at Covenant Christian. Good to be back on the hardwood. We have been inundated over the last few days with college football, but let's see this round ball go up.
Yeah, the keys to the games here for Covenant Christian, they got to make sure they handle the pressure well, ball momentum, good shots. For the homeschool Wildcats, they just have to keep on keeping on, play their pace, shoot the ball, and hit the open three.
Samara Douglas gets the opening tip. It goes back to Patty Chikamba. She's wearing number 25 as the Warriors move to their right. Here's Chikamba from way outside for a three attempt. No good. Rebounded by Alyssa Woodard. As we go to the other end of the floor, the homeschool, here's a shot from way outside on a three attempt. Gloria Brewer, averaging 18 points per game, no good. And here come the Warriors. 2-on-1 break. Underneath the basket, tipped away. It was intended there for Chikamba.
2 3-pointers to start the game, Steve. I don't know if both coaches want to do that or not, but it's interesting that's the shot selections they have.
Now, Chikamba, along with Kayla Dantzler, are their top 3-point shooters. Let's see how they do as they keep it outside the perimeter. Dantzler with it, tries to go inside there. Touched by Crane. Now they shoot it again, no good. And the rebound pulled down there by Rachel Wirtz, the freshman. The Wildcats dressed in their visiting burgundy from way outside, and you can knock that down for a three. Rachel Wirtz with the triple.
Set her feet, nice shot, follow through.
She's got nice size there,
yes,
Keith.
Sir.
Here's another shot from outside. This one taken there by Ludlow, no good. And one shot and one shot only. Brewer brings it up. Shook handles to the right side. Down the lane, up no good. And on the rebound, Rachel Wirtz cashes in. 5-0, Indy Homeschool.
You know, she didn't go over the back. She just went straight up, took the ball right away from you.
Chikamba will bring it across the 10-second line. Whistle underneath the basket and a travel and a turnover against Covenant Christian, and Homeschool will get right back.
You know, the rhythm that the homeschool now has, putting some pressure on you. Got to put the ball on the floor first before you take a step.
See what the Coach Roscoe and his team will do here with a quick 5-0 lead. It's stolen away behind the back dribble there by Samara Douglas. Underneath the basket, up and good. Samara Douglas.
Went to the hole. That's exactly what you need to do.
She's got really nice size and moves well without the basketball. Underneath the basket, they bring it back up on top for a three, no good. This one attempted there by Alyssa Woodard. Last touched underneath the basket by the Warriors.
You know, the Crane young lady can get boards as well, and just went after, got the ball out of her hand, couldn't go down and track it down.
Yeah, I saw her play at Bloomington North earlier this year, and she has an uncanny ability to get position under the basket, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Here comes some pressure now from the Wildcats.
In the backcourt. Guard pressure and a little bit of help coming up from Gloria Brewer as well. Covenant needs to get it up, across the line. They do. Samara Douglas handles. Pretty good defense being applied here by the Wildcats. Shot way outside, no good by Ludlow. And still, here comes the Wildcats and a wild shot in the air there, Keith. Let's see if they count it.
I do believe they are going to count the basket.
They did. So once again, this will be Hannah Ruddle going to the line to try to make good on a three-point opportunity.
She just flipped that ball up.
7-2 if you're just joining us here on Indiana SRN. Ruddle eyes the basket, up and nothing but net. And the lead goes to 6 at 8-2. A little over 5.5 minutes remaining, and the ball is stolen away. The Wildcats have it down the lane, and she took one too many steps.
You know, Wildcats has that 2-3 zone there. You got to put the ball in the middle of the floor. And again, you haven't really had a full slate of kids with you since December 3rd. This is almost like a practice for Covenant Christian.
You can see on the outline there all the players spread out for the protocol here at Covenant Christian High School. And a reach-in going to be called and a foul against Indy Homeschool. I think the foul will go against Hannah Ruddle. It is. So the inbound will come from Samara Douglas right here in front of you. And in front of us, Chikamba in the backcourt. Picked up on the defense there by Rachel Wirtz. Now Samara Douglas moves to the right, cannot get the pass. Monty Lou Ludlow. Now back to Chikamba on that little split drive. Dantzler moving to her right. The ball stolen away. Here come the Wildcats on the break. Brewer up, and she'll get to the line twice. Very alert, Keith, as far as this defensive play by Indy Homeschool here in the early going.
Yeah, Ludlow, you know, could have went straight up and down, Bill and Steve, and swatted, and 2 shots now by Brewer.
Brewer on the season, again, averaging 18.5 points per game. And at the line, 75%. She makes good on the first. Let's see what she can do here on the second. 4:51 remaining here in the first period. Thanks again for joining us on SRN. Second free throw also good, and the lead goes to 8, 10-2. Ludlow up court, gives it to Douglas. Down the lane, stopped there is Crane. And once again, the ball is squirrely a little bit. Down here in the corner, shot on the way from these by Dantzler is no good. One shot and one shot only, Keith Myers.
Yeah, not good. Oh, might have got away with a travel.
Woodard on the miss, and here come the Warriors with a fast break. It is Samara Douglas to the hoop. Count it. And the lead back to 6, 10-4 with 4:14 left.
Oh, nice defense by Chikamba.
Stolen away by Chikamba. Anticipating that pass. Here's Chikamba. Left hand up, no good. And it's saved underneath there by Crane, but it's stolen right back. Here's Brewer up the right side. Stops, bounce pass down in the middle. Shot on the way, up and good by Louisa Shook. Her first basket of the game. Starting to spread it out a little bit.
They can all shoot, can't they?
12-4 with 3:39 left here in the first period. Underneath the basket again, a nice move by Gloria Brewer, trying to get the steal for the Wildcats.
Kind of like about Brewer, she's throwing the ball back to the other side, hoping a teammate would pick it up.
Got a nice size, too, by Indy Homeschool in terms of their overall ability to get up and down the floor. Louisa Shook. Here's Chikamba, left corner for a 3 attempt, no good, and underneath the basket of foul. And let's see if this is going to go against Brewer. She doesn't like the call.
Foul's on number 12.
It is against Gloria Brewer. Her first. No shots to be taken here. Chikamba will trigger underneath her own basket. Ball is tipped away and lost on the turnover. was intended there, Keith, for Samara Douglas.
You know, there was no movement with the ball being out of bounds. You got to go to the basketball. You got to open yourself up.
Julia Bookwalter has checked into the game for the Wildcats, wearing number 4 in the guard position. Here's Brewer down the lane. Whistle on a call. And a foul going to be called against Covenant Christian, I do believe, yes. 25. Chikamba picks up the foul. 3:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Indy Homeschool, the Wildcats, the opposition tonight for the Warriors. Outside on the 3 attempt by Bookwalter, no. Rebounded by Chikamba, and they finally get it out of the corner. 2-on-1 break. 3 on the way on the outside, and that's Kayla Dantzler. Excuse me. They're going to call it a 2. Thank you. 12-7 now in favor of the Homeschool. Shot on the outside there, no good by Wirtz. Picked up on the rebound and a tie-up.
Well, they're going to call a
foul as it was Rachel Wirtz along with Holly Woodard on the tie-up. Here's the 3 attempt on the outside, but they did call it a 2 for Kayla Dantzler.
Dantzler set her feet, did a nice job.
That's her shot.
Yes, sir.
2:45 remaining in a 12-6 lead for Indy Homeschool. Chikamba leaves it out front for Bonnie Ludlow, and no good. It rimmed around and would not go down.
All the way down and back up.
Bookwalter across the 10-second line, defended there by Ludlow. Now they bring it to the right side. Brewer with the left hand. Ball stolen away. Ludlow has it. She leads this team in steals. Ludlow all the way, cannot get it. Rebounded there by Shook.
Too far under, Steve, and I think she was anticipating the foul.
Here's another 3 on the outside. No good by Bookwalter. And a rebound to get another opportunity, and a whistle and a tie-up. Let's see where the arrow points. This time to the Wildcats. It'll be Brewer to trigger from underneath her own basket. Everybody moves. Outside they come. Rachel Wirtz, the freshman, handles. Here's a 3 from way out front by Shook, no good. Rebound underneath, up, and no good on the miss by Wirtz. They're going to get a 3rd and 4th chance now. Wirtz from 3, no good. And it touches the top, and it'll be awarded to the Warriors. Back into the game now for Homeschool will be Alyssa Woodard. There's a timeout on the floor with 1:45 remaining. We'll be right back here on Indiana SRN.
Hey, it's Keith Myers from Indiana Sports Radio Network. Well, thank you that you're watching the game tonight on Indiana SRN. If you would like to know more information about Indiana SRN, send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. As vice president of this company, we hope that you sit back and enjoy the game. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Happy New Year, everyone, from Indiana SRN. Steve McClure along with Coach Keith Myers as we present to you girls basketball here on the network. It's a busy day, Keith Myers, as far as SRN, a triple header included.
Yeah, we got the early game. We get to go home and relax and watch the other game. I tell you, there's 2 good games, but the big one tonight, 6:30, Addicts Lawrence North on the network. 7:30 game also tonight. Covenant Christian will come right back here as the boys take on Indianapolis Cicina. But, boy, I got to turn both screens on to watch both games tonight. Going to be great games, and we're glad we're here in the opener.
I think we could set some sort of viewer records for that game tonight.
I think
what
so.
Do you think? Covenant Christian back in after a quick timeout here by Dan Eats. The Warriors trail by 6, 12-6 here in the first period of play. Again, we thank you for joining us.
Dan Neitz is trying to get his girls to play with the same intensity that he coaches. And sometimes that's very difficult to do at an early stage. We'll see how they'll perform.
Here is underneath the basket, Chikamba missing on an early close-up. Goes out of bounds. Last touch there by Alyssa Woodard. Back into the game for the Wildcats comes Hannah Ruddle, one of their starters, along with 23 Rhea Garcia. Here's a shot by Crane off the glass and in.
See, that's exactly what they should have done the last time. Popped out, hit the little shot.
They don't use her a lot on offense. They rely on her for her defense, but she was right there. Ball on the floor. Holly Woodard into the game for Homeschool, so they've used 8 or 9 players already. Chikamba on the steal. Here comes the Warriors the other end of the floor, and we're going to get a 2-shot foul coming here. As going to the free throw line will be, let's see who that's going to be. Mia Gamble. So Gamble will get 2 here.
Look at that. Set her feet, put it up, use the backboard. It makes her open.
Gamble misses on the first attempt with 56 seconds left here. Coming into the game now for Homeschool is number 1, Macy Klein. So again, we see Roscoe going to his bench and getting everyone involved. Second free throw by Mia Gamble is good. And the lead now at 3, 12-9. Their biggest lead was at 6.
My philosophy, Steve, if I had 9 players, I want to play all 9 of them, right?
Exactly. Had a Ruddle, too many steps, and a turnover against Homeschool. And the Warriors will get a chance here to bring themselves within 1 or possibly tie the game with 44 seconds remaining.
Follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Get updated scores, game schedule, and much, much more. That's IndianaSRN and at IndianaSRN. IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
Chikamba on a step over there draws a foul from Indy Homeschool with 39 seconds remaining, and now Chikamba will inbound underneath her own basket. Looking for help. Crane has it. Right side, ball is tipped away and stolen by Gloria Brewer, that is. Shot outside from 15, no. Pulled down by the Warriors in Dantzler.
Brewer averages 17 points a game, Steve, and she only has 2, so she's getting slow started here, and that's a good thing for Covenant Christian, and she has not lit it up yet.
And Brewer also averages 7.5 rebounds per contest. Let's see what the Warriors have in mind as we click down the final seconds of the first period. Ludlow behind the back dribble. Goes down in the corner. Picked up there by Dantzler. No good. Rebound by the Wildcats. Coming away with it is Alyssa Woodard. Left corner. Shot on the way is up and good. Macy Klein with the triple, who just came into the game. And that'll take care of our first quarter of play with our score. Indy Homeschool 15 and Covenant Christian 9. You're watching Covenant Christian Basketball, powered by Indiana SRN. Welcome back, everybody. Indiana SRN on this Saturday afternoon, and we've reached the end of the first period with Indy Homeschool leading the host Covenant Christian Warriors on the girls' side today, 15-9.
Don't forget, we have games for you tonight. Another game for you, 2 of them for you. It's 7:30. It's Cena and Covenant Christian. And 6:30 this evening, Lawrence North, number 1 team in the state of Indiana, taking on Attucks, the number 5 team in Indiana, and 4A right here on Indiana SRN, 6:30 start.
Keith, as far as the offensive play of Covenant Christian here today, they just have not been able to establish any sort of rhythm or momentum to the game.
I think the spacing is not good.
Here's Samara Douglas on a miss and pulled down by Louisa Shook. With the left hand, comes back up on top. Wirtz. Down here on the right side, Rachel Wirtz handles. Now they'll come back up on top. Gloria Brewer down the lane, on its way, no good, and a foul. She'll get to the line twice.
There has been a correction, Steve, on the foul of the three-point basket by Klein is now a 2-pointer, so it is 14-9.
14-9 at the end of 1. Thank you.
I want to also thank Coach Marlin for listening and watching tonight.
There you go.
On the network.
Brewer at the line cans the first. She's 3 for 3 at the line. We'll get a second. She was fouled in the act of shooting. Just underway here in the second period. Brewer's second free throw on the way, and it rolls in.
He probably knows a lot of these kids because they all are down south by him.
Yeah, I talked to him just yesterday. A couple of his players on the Indiana Elite team that he coaches are from this team.
Do not miss a game. Everybody, did you miss the game everybody's talking about? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and never miss a game again. With pre-notification, Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
16-9 in favor of the Indy Homeschool Wildcats visiting Covenant Christian here today. Warriors dressed in their home whites. And the Wildcats in their visiting burgundy. Ball goes out of bounds on the turnover, and the Warriors will get it right back. They trail by 7, 16-9. Biggest lead of the game thus far for Indy Homeschool. Samara Douglas double teamed underneath.
Nice.
And a hand on it there on the block by Louisa Shook.
Straight up in the air, did not make contact. A good block.
Step back on the 3, no good. They're attempted by Rhea Garcia. Here come the Warriors. Underneath the basket again, stolen away. Good hands on the defense by Rachel Wirtz. Here we go. Brewer from outside for 3, no. Chikamba pulls it down, and there's going to be a foul right here against Indy Homeschool's Hannah Ruddle. That'll be her second. And team foul number 7.
So the good thing, if you're Covenant Christian right now, is you're in the bonus. And maybe you could get
With
some
the
rhythm
clock
by
stop,
maybe you could get some rhythm by knocking down some free throws.
And again, Ludlow is scoreless here in the first half. Free throw in the air by Chikamba is good. That's her first basket. So she'll get another here.
Hello to Tony Marlin, who's listening to us and watching this as well tonight, Steve. We got the Marlin guys watching this.
Yeah, I was like I said, texting with him just yesterday about this homeschool team. He knows all about them. Ball is stolen away, picked up there by Chikamba. Now they're coming with the numbers, and it's missed by Kayla Dantzler. But right there, coming back on defense. They get back quickly, Keith.
Yes, they do.
See what they want to do here. They're trying to get it inside to Woodard, and she misses on the attempt there, pulled down by Samara Douglas. Douglas loses control, but it's going to be touched there.
How about every Wildcat, well, she was down on the floor, at least 3 of them picked up the basketball.
Yeah, converging on the play. They're very alert as far as their defense is concerned. Here's Chikamba, right wing, outside the perimeter, drives the basket up, and with the left hand goes in. Patty Chikamba. Back to a 6-point advantage now with 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. Inside, Woodard handles with both left hand, and it's stolen away. Chikamba all by herself going underneath the basket, and she's going to get fouled by Alyssa Woodard.
I think that's a little bit of frustration. She got down on the other side, got frustrated, and just whacked. That's how I used to get. You steal the ball from me, I'm going to get it down to the other end and whack you.
Tried to catch her from behind, and with that, a foul comes. So Chicago back to the free throw line. 2 for throw, Light at the stripe. She'll get 2 here. First one is up and no good off the front of the rim. Some subs coming in now for Homeschool. Back into the game is Julia Bookwalter. Bookwalter averaging 8.5 points per game. Coming off the bench as their 6th man, so to speak. Chikamba's second free throw is good. They trim the lead to 4 at 16-12. Homeschool coming forward now. Let's see what they have in mind. And there's a whistle on the sidelines, and official says bring it right over here to us.
They corrected his score to make it 13.
All right. She did make good on that 1 free throw out of 2. 14, Louisa Shook. Coming out on the defense there is Crane. Underneath the basket all alone. Give and go. Rachel Wirtz, her 7th point of the game.
You got to call for help there on the weak side.
Dantzler gives it off to Samara Douglas. 1 travel. And the ball will come right back to Homeschool. 18-13, if you're just joining us, we're in the second period here at Covenant Christian.
You know, you've been off for so long and you have not played together. You got to get a rhythm. And right now, they just they don't have anything.
Shot outside there by Wirtz, no good. Gets another try by Brewer, and she nails it. At 3, yes. It is Brewer's first triple of the game, and she has now 7 points in the game to lead the Wildcats with an 8-point advantage and another turnover, Keith.
Here's Brewer. Watch her set her feet right in the corner. That's a beautiful shot.
And a little step back there, and no defense to come, so the lead at 8 in the hands of Bookwalter. Coming this side as Hannah Ruddle looks inside once again. Rachel Wirtz was on the receiving end, and she'll get to the line twice. Ludlow, I think, on the foul.
Foul was on.
I thought they said 20.
Yep, that's her second, Bonnie. Ludlow.
Step in the lane, so they will not count that first one.
She says, what did I do?
It's
that green line.
That big, long foot of hers.
Yeah.
What's that, about a 12?
No, I'm not going to say a word about that, but, you know, when you're a shooter like that, you set your feet.
If she's that tall, she's got to have about a 10 or 11 shoe. I think so.
What I like is she's shaking her head. Mom and Dad must have said something. She goes, I don't know what I did. This is exactly what I do all the time.
All right. Second free throw is also good, but we're only going to count 1. 22-13, the biggest advantage of the game for Homeschool, and a foul in the black court. They could have called an illegal screen there against Covenant.
Very easily.
But they did not. And who wants the ball?
Brewer on the foul. That's her second.
Okay.
Take your time, Mia.
Mia Gamble at the line now for Covenant Christian with the 1-and-1. No good on the play, and it's pulled down there under by the basket, Rachel Wirtz. Underneath the basket, no on the shot by Bookwalter, and real pulled down quickly. Let's see if the Warriors can put something together here. Trailing by 9. Samara Douglas down the lane, no good. Right back up is Crane, but she's fouled on the missed shot.
Douglas is trying to get in a rhythm, and you can just tell by the body language that she is just a little frustrated. I tell you what, if she gets on the move, though, she'll be dangerous in the second half.
Here's Crane at the line. First free throw in the air, no good. 4:04 remaining, and the lead still at 9, 22-13.
Long drought here for Covenant Christian, knocking down a field goal.
Coming out for a short break is Rachel Wirtz, and coming in is 24, Holly Woodard. One of the 2 Woodard sisters on the team. Second free throw is good. And a quick timeout. We will keep things right here. Just a reminder to keep up on all the happenings here on Indiana SRN. We invite you to check out our Facebook and Twitter pages at Indiana SRN, and all for the latest news and schedules. Go to our website at indianasrn.org.
This Indy Wildcat team, the next time they play is January 5th at Mitchell, and then January 8th they go all the way to Cincinnati and play. And Steve, you had a stat today that they play in all kinds of states.
Yeah, when you look at their schedule, this is an amazing fact, and the fact that they have scheduled games in Michigan, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Illinois. They went to a tournament in St. Louis, Keith, and played 3 different games there, won all 3 in the tournament. Then when they came back, the whole team contracted COVID. Then they're off 2 weeks. So there you go. But back in healthy again. Yeah, playing basketball. 22-14 with exactly 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Wildcats with it. Brewer moving to her right, stops from 15, got it. She got a nice shot.
Yes, she does, and a quick release.
9 points to lead the Wildcats, and the lead now at 10, 24-14. Here's an outside shot by Chikamba, no good. Once again on the rebound. This one by Holly Woodard. Their reaction, anticipation, and here's Brewer from outside, and a triple goes down, her second of the game, and she ups the lead now, Keith, to 27-14.
Yeah, I was told if Brewer got on the roll, she could just score 25 very quickly.
As Coach told me yesterday, she can light it up. And here's a shot from outside. Is that Dantzler on the shot, I think? Chikamba, thank you. And Chikamba picks up her 7th point of the game. Here's a shot from outside attempted there by Holly Woodard, no good. They fight for it underneath. Dantzler, and they get it off to Chikamba. 2-on-2 break underneath. Again, Brewer gets a hand in on defense. And again, trying to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch there by Holly Woodard.
Here's Brewer. This is that's inside the arc.
And again, the way that she's able to just to anchor herself underneath the basket there and get off a good shot. There's the triple coming from way outside. And that is her second three-pointer of the game now with 12 points to lead the Wildcats.
Bridgewater was called for a foul underneath.
Bookwalder. Crane at the free throw line, misses on the first attempt. 27-19, Chikamba coming back into the game for the Warriors. Crane eyes the basket, up and no good as well. Goes out of bounds, and last touch there by Samara Douglas. Yeah, Douglas really has not gotten going. She has a couple of baskets, but she has not been much of a threat.
But they're still right there, Steve.
They are.
Just 10 down.
Yeah, I can expect this game to maybe be in the mid-40s. What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, I think if you get past 45, Covenant Christian doesn't score that many points.
And as I always say, it really doesn't matter if you're playing in the 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, as long as you have one more point than the opposition.
I love it. The other day, a coach gave me one of the keys that he said, we need to score more points than our opponent.
There you go.
To win.
That sounds like a Tony Hinkle advice,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Underneath the basket, ball goes out of bounds, and it's attempted to be saved there by Woodard, but no.
Did you know Indiana SRN streams more than 300 games a year? If you like to put kids first by advertising on Indiana SRN, contact us at coach@IndianaSRN or hit that donate button where you got on the screen today.
We had under 2 minutes to play, and Chikamba going to her left side. Good defense being applied there by Louisa Shook. Now Douglas gets a screen to her right. Stops, moves hands, and a illegal screen. It's going to be against Covenant Christian, I think, is going to go against Crane. And the Wildcats will get it back here.
You know, as a dribbler, you have to realize who's setting the pick for you, and then you got to stay still if you're setting that pick.
A 10-point advantage for Indy Homeschool, the visitor today here at Covenant Christian. The Warriors coming into today's game with a record of 3-6. And a good feed in there handled by Woodard. No basket, but she will draw the foul and get to the line. Crane on the foul, gets her second. Team foul number 7 against the Warriors. And a 1-on-1 opportunity now for Alyssa Woodard. Averaging 8.5 points per game. Misses on the attempt. Pulled down by the Warriors. Coming the other way. And there's going to be a foul underneath the basket.
Chicamba says, I got my momentum. I'm just going to take it to the basket.
So Chicamba will go back to the free throw line with her third opportunity today. 3 for 4 thus far. First one in the air is up and no good. Take your time, Patty.
They have missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free throws.
They just don't look comfortable out there, Keith. Chicamba ready to put it up in the air. This time no good as well. Rebounded there by Rhea Garcia, who just came back into the game for the Wildcats. 1 minute exactly. Woodard on the feed in, loses control. Last touch by Crane. It goes out of bounds, awarded to the Wildcats.
The City Alliance draw is Monday, Steve, so we'll know what that looks like as that will be played in mid-January. Looking forward to the City Alliance game.
The third week of January is also set up for the Indianapolis City Tournament. So a lot of basketball coming your way here on Indiana SRN. And you got to keep close attention to our website because things change almost hourly.
Yes. I know that personally, Steve.
I know you do. Here's Woodard. Shot in the air, no good by Holly Woodard. 37 seconds and the ball stolen away. Picked up there by Alyssa Woodard. She starts to drive the basket. Up, no good. Rebounded by Crane. It's Gamble, on that rebound. Chicamba almost one too many steps. Gets herself under control. Samara Douglas with 15 seconds. Shot in the air off the glass, no good. And a rebound by Crane, needs help. And it's stolen away. My goodness. Got about 6 people down there in that corner with a hand on it. And this time it'll be awarded to the Wildcats. 5 seconds remaining. Plenty of time to get it in. Let's see who handles. Quickly.
Oh!
Turnover in the backcourt against Homeschool. So the Warriors will get an opportunity here with 2.9 left.
Timeout is called.
We're going to call a timeout on the floor, and we will keep things right here. Just a reminder again that coming up tonight on Indiana SRN 2, in terms of a doubleheader is concerned, and both of those will tip at 7:30.
Nope.
6:30 for
6:30 and one. Yeah.
6:30 for the LN versus Crispus Attucks game on the Class 4A side. LN coming into the game at 7-0 and Attucks at 8-1. Again, that tip scheduled for 6:30 p.m. The second game will have Cecina at the undefeated Covenant Christian Warriors, who come in at 7-0 against 3-5 Cecina at 7:30.
How about Covenant Christian playing down in that Moorestown tournament? Trey Flatt,
52,
had 11 free throws. He 3-pointers. He was 11 for 12 from three-point land.
Out of sight.
I want to know what he ate that night, because I want to eat that Wheaties or whatever.
I think the better question is, what would you like to give him after the game terms of a T-bone steak or whatever?
We're in over 1,000-point club and is the all-time three-point shooter at Covenant Christian.
Here we go. 2.9. Shot from the corner by Chikamba for three. No good. Crane at the buzzer, and they do count it. On the rebound, Gabby Crane, and the game will come to a close here at the end of the first half. With their score, Indy Homeschool 27, Covenant Christian 19, and you're watching Warrior Basketball, powered by Indiana SRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
This is a place of becoming. I grew up spiritually here. This place is a gem of Christian community, not just for churches and not just for schools, but for Christians coming together and dialoguing and truly learning and truly engaging culture.
This idea of the relationship with a student and the relationship with God, it's the most important thing in what we do in every single subject that we teach.
We want Covenant to be a place where they are challenged in their faith here in a safe environment where questions are welcome, but we ultimately have faith in the gospel.
The model of Covenant is that all teachers are Bible teachers, that all the teachers are mentors and spiritual leaders. And we've always hired teachers that care immensely about their students, and not just about their intellectual life, but about their spiritual life.
The kind of education that Covenant is providing, both intellectual but also deeply spiritual, practical, theology that changes the way that students live. The gospel is the message that changes everything.
We're not just trying to master the truths, but to receive them that we would be changed.
Do you want to have a thinking faith? Do you want to have a curious faith? How about a charitable faith? We need students who understand their faith, and not who just understand it intellectually, but who have a zeal, a personal zeal for Jesus.
We are pursuing concrete answers to everything always, to be right, but to live in right relationship. Not just be right, but do rightly.
Our model of education, our pursuit of learning, is not just about preparing students to serve, though it is that. It's not just preparing students for rigorous academic endeavors, which we hopefully do that as well. But we know that at the heart of it all, and the thing that matters most to us, is that their lives are changed.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back here at Covenant Christian High School. Steve McClure along with Coach Keith Myers. At the half, it's the Indy Homeschool Wildcats leading Covenant Christian by 8, 27-19. And we saw in the opening half, Keith, a little bit of everything, but the one thing that impressed me the most was about Homeschool's defense in terms of their pressure and just anticipation and getting to the ball.
Yeah, you can tell they have played a little bit more during the Christmas holiday to knock off this rest. Covenant Christian only have played a couple of days ago. They have not played together as a team since December 3rd. That's a long time. It's been a month. So, I would expect that Coach will have them run a kind of a different motion offense to try to get everybody involved. But right now, I think the key here is you just have to fight through this lull, if you will, to get ready for a month from now. It doesn't matter what you're playing like now. A month from now, if you work on good ethics, you'll be okay.
Yeah, we saw that Coach Scott Roscoe in this opening half for Homeschool do a pretty nice job in terms of rotating players in and out and using a lot of his bench. So compliments to them. But Covenant Christian still has a lot of work ahead of them as far as not only today's game, but a number of games forthcoming. Again, they were to play University today, actually, before that game had to be postponed. And University, of course, Keith, is involved in the Cascade Sectional along with Covenant Christian, in addition to Park Tudor. Also, Western Boone is in that, and a number of good schools. So Covenant Christian, of course, has won 6 consecutive sectionals. So, again, a lot of work to be done, but Coach Neese feels like that they still have an opportunity here.
January 5th, they play Tinley. January 7th, they play Brebeuf. As you say, we're almost a month away for sectional play for the girls' side. It's February 1st is the first round of the sectional for girls.
And as I said, once the academic year resumes and you have a little bit more regularity, things just click off one time, 1 week at a time.
Yeah, and I think everybody's waiting to go back to school on Monday to have a good time, huh?
Here we go. The first possession of the second half is handled, and underneath the basket, there she is, Rachel Wirtz, who had herself a good first half with 8 points. Add 2 more for 10. She and Gloria Brewer have been doing most of the damage.
Ludlow knocking down a 2.
And that is Ludlow's first basket of the game, Keith. 27-19 at the half as we move forward here in the third period. Outside shot on the 3 attempt, no good, and Ludlow will bring it across the line. Goes to the left side looking for Chikamba, but good hands by Gloria Brewer. Here's Ludlow just outside the 3, and she nails it for the 2-point shot. 29-21. Biggest advantage of the game has been at 10. Here's Samara Douglas inside. Finally gets a good move, and she puts it in and gets to the line.
And she expressed her
yes, she did.
Approval.
Yeah. Watch her get position underneath the basket, establishes herself off the glass, and good.
What I like is the yes.
Yes. Douglas at the line with 1. And she's got it. Makes good on the 3-point play. That's a good way to get a little bit of momentum for this Warrior team, now down by 5. Hannah Ruddle going to the right side, looking for Gloria Brewer, but it goes out of bounds.
And you see the defense side. They played the strong side. Great defensive side of the ball now for Covenant Christian.
See if the Warriors can take advantage now off the... Here's Ludlow down the lane, and she's going to be fouled and get to the line twice.
Maybe Coach Neese said we need to be more aggressive.
Yep.
We'd like to hear from you during the game. Tweet us at Indiana SRN. Be ready for the shout-out. We'll be ready to give them out to you at Indiana SRN on Twitter.
Bonnie Lou Ludlow at the free throw line now. The 5'6" senior and captain of this team. First one in the air is no good.
You know, if she plays well, Bill Ludlow takes credit for her last name.
I think he told me that as well. Spins the ball backwards, and she gets ready for this second opportunity. Is up in the air and good. And the lead is trimmed to just 4 points.
Nice first 2 minutes of the third quarter by Covenant.
Exactly. Here's a shot on the outside, and Ludlow's going to pick up a foul here. If she does, I think that's going to be her third. And 2 shots coming here for Hannah Ruddle. Ludlow's going to have to be careful. They need her on the floor, Keith. First free throw by Ruddle's no good. One more coming. At Covenant Christian here today. Free throw in the air is good. Ruddle with her 4th point of the afternoon, and the lead back to 5 now, 30-25. Chikamba, right side, now brings it across the line, picked up there by Brewer on the defense. 3 on the way by Dantzler, no good. Rebound by Brewer underneath. They fight for it, and a tie-up. And this time the arrow will point to Covenant Christian will keep possession of the basketball. Neat says come down and help on defense.
Now, actually, the officials go as it should be white ball because the scorekeeper did not change the score clock. But our producer,
thank you,
right on top of it. Good job, guys.
Executive producer Jerry Collins on the call today. Thank you, Jerry.
The great wizard.
Here's Samara Douglas underneath the basket. Misses on the putback by Crane. Gets her own rebound, and another opportunity coming here. Also into the game now for Covenant is Madeline Freeth. Whistle in the backcourt and a foul against Covenant. Madeline Freeth just came into the game for the Warriors, and I think Ludlow will have a seat, playing with 3 fouls. 30-25, the biggest lead of the game was at 10 for the Wildcats. Here's Brewer moving to her right, off the glass, no good. Picked up on the rebound there by Rachel Wirtz. Cannot get it to go, and it's stolen other end.
Not good pass.
Shook on the steal. Brewer off the glass and no. And a foul underneath the basket. I think it's going to be against Chikamba for the Warriors.
Douglas on the foul.
Excuse me. Samara with her second. And here is Brewer at the free throw line. First one is good. She is 5 for 5 at the line, Keith. Brewer, just a junior. Second free throw is no good. And pulled down there on the rebound by Douglas. Up court, Chikamba outside the perimeter. They go left side on the shot, no good. And rebounded there by Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle quickly up court, gives it to Brewer, almost traveled with it, pulls herself back. Huddle to the left side. Melissa Woodard, shot no good, rebound underneath Huddle, and again a foul against Covenant Christian. See who this one goes against, number 2, I think, yes. Madeline Freeth picks up her first. 2 more free throws coming here.
They put that on Douglas, Steve. That's her third.
Oh my. So 2 of the starters now with 3 personal fouls. First free throw is good by Hannah Ruddle. 32-25, back to a 7-point advantage. Ruddle aims, fires, no good. Douglas cannot get the rebound, and they'll last touch there by the Wildcats. Douglas will inbound. Chikamba with it. Douglas stays on the floor right now, at least with 3 personal fouls. Ludlow also with 3 and on the bench. 5:13 remaining. Plenty of time here in the third quarter, and a 7-point advantage for the Wildcats. Chikamba outside for 3. Got it. And it is Patty Chikamba bringing the Warriors back into play here. 32-28, a 4-point lead. Chikamba's first triple of the afternoon. Brewer moving toward the middle. Pass out front. Handling is Alyssa Woodard down the lane, no good. Rebound there underneath, back up and good. Rachel Wirtz, very impressive, Keith Myers.
Yeah, for a freshman, she plays very well. I hear she plays
all the time,
even in the freezing snow.
That's a young lady who, here comes Chikamba outside the perimeter, lets it go, and it goes down.
Set her feet, did a nice job.
34-28, a 6-point advantage. The Homeschool Wildcats have led from the start. Biggest advantage was at 10. Douglas taking a little bit of time as she comes across the line. Picked up there by Wirtz on the defense, down in the corner. Shot on the way, no good. Rebounded by Wirtz. Across the line, Ruddle. Here's Brewer for three from way outside, no good. Douglas on the rebound, needs help in the backcourt. They get it to her. Chikamba up court quickly. Madeline Freeth, now it's stolen away. One-on-one break. Hannah Ruddle up and good. She did not hesitate one bit. From coast to coast, 36-28. The Wildcats up on top. Pressure in the backcourt being applied by Indy Homeschool. Three on the outside is good. This one by Dantzler. Her first three of the game.
They're staying in the game because they're knocking down some three-pointers. They just got to play some defense.
There's a timeout on the floor with our score. Indy Homeschool 36 and the Covenant Christian Warriors 31.
30-second timeout gives you time to let you know about this. It's the 51st year of the publication of Hoosier Basketball Magazine. Check out this year's magazine covering a whole state of teams and the people you love to follow. Follow Hoosier Basketball Magazine on Twitter at HBB Magazine. Check out our Web2 channel as well. Watch more than 700 archive games and watch them over and over again. Subscribe today on Indiana SRN and hit that red button to subscribe. The Hoosier Basketball Magazine, I saw a preview of it. Every single player that has been on that magazine is on that cover this year.
You know who else is on that cover? Gloria Brewer from Indy Homeschool is also one of the pictures. So big props to Indy Homeschool and Gloria Brewer. Brewer today with 7, 9, 12, and 13 points to lead this Homeschool Wildcats team. Underneath, basket all by herself. Wirtz on the rebound, and it's stolen away. Into the game is Ella Longoria for the Warriors. Stolen right back by Indy Homeschool. Picking it off is Louisa Shook, and she's fouled.
Fouls number 35, Kayla Dantzler.
This one will go against Dantzler. 36-31 with 3:04 remaining, and back to the free throw line comes Indy Homeschool. A jump shot. How do you like that, Keith Myers? I like it.
I've not seen that in a long time.
If it feels good, do it, right? Second free throw also, this one off the mark, but rebounded there by Alyssa Woodard. Outside triple goes down. And I think that was Rhea Garcia. 23. That'll help the Wildcats' effort with a 9-point lead with 2:40 remaining. Douglas moving to her right, picked up by Brewer on the defense and gets through that little screen. Chikamba coming back to help. And she travels with the basketball.
Need to know what you're going to do with the basketball. Here's Garcia. Look at this.
From way outside is good, and that will really help the effort.
I'm sorry, that was Riddle, not Garcia.
Hannah Ruddle on the triple, so we will correct that. Inside, ball stolen away, picked up there by Crane. And Douglas will bring it across the line. 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Still a 9-point advantage, and here is Kayla Dantzler for a triple.
Back to back.
So Dantzler with her 8th point of the game, and we're back to a 6-point lead. 2 minutes exactly in here in the third. Rachel Wirtz almost loses control. Here's Hannah Ruddle moving to her right, underneath the basket, up and good. She has done that on a number of occasions, Keith, very successfully.
She's only a freshman?
Yeah.
Wow.
142 and an 8-point advantage now. Chikamba gets a double team there, picked up on the steal. Brewer 2-on-1, up and fouled.
One thing I like about Brewer, she felt the contact and just threw it at the rim so she could get the 2-shot foul.
Ruddle is a sophomore, so we'll correct that.
Okay.
Brewer going to the free throw line here with 2 shots and an 8-point lead.
Still a sophomore playing pretty well. Look at Dantzler's
Watch
three.
Dantzler. She's way out there NBA land.
She's yelling for the ball right now.
And she puts it up with no issue whatsoever.
I like the guy in the red shirt down below. He might have known it was going to go in.
Here's Brewer going to the free throw line for the Wildcats. An instrumental part of this Indy Homeschool team, and a Brewer is a junior. Looks like Alyssa Woodard will go to the bench for a little bit of a rest. Into the game is Holly Woodard. First free throw by Brewer is good.
She gets her own, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Nice, smooth.
She's so comfortable. I mean, she can just oozes with enthusiasm and confidence. Second free throw also good. And the lead back to 10 now, Keith, 44-34.
You know, you cut it within 4, and then you had 2 turnovers. They come down and knock down a couple of threes and go after the basketball. Oh, my.
Look at this Brewer steal right against Douglas. Stops, puts it in. And that is a big, big basket. And the biggest lead of the game at 12 now. We hit the 1 minute mark. Douglas moving to her right. Gives it off to Chikamba. 3 on the way from way out front. No good. Goes out of bounds. Awarded to Homeschool.
And I don't know if that's the offense that Coach Neitz wants to run.
Yep. And you see Bonnie Lou Ludlow on the bench. She's been out since the 5 minute mark of the third quarter. You really need her on the floor. Under 1 minute to play and a 12-point advantage now for Indy Homeschool. Here's Brewer starting to move to her right, behind the back. Picked off. Chikamba have it. Stolen right back by Brewer. 41 seconds. That's Ruddle from outside for a 3, and she nails it.
Wow.
She has been big in this game as well. 49-34. A 15-point bulge now for the Wildcats. Here's Dantzler for 3. No good. Picked off by Brewer. Let's see if she holds it up here for one shot. Brewer into the lane. Shot in the way, and a foul going to be called. And if the goal is against Douglas, that's going to hurt.
Fouls on number 25,
Chikamba with the personal foul. Here's Brewer back to the free throw line.
She's made a habit of that in this quarter.
Keith, my scoring line on Miss Brewer is getting longer and longer. First one is good.
Here's the steal. I like this.
Another steal.
And then look at this.
Wow, just stops, puts it in. Hannah Ruddle, the sophomore. Second free throw in the air is no good. Look at the hustle by Rachel Wirtz, number 10 for Homeschool. She's a tough player.
You know, the Cats play Mitchell on the 5th and then travel to Cincinnati on the 8th.
Long and lean, 6'2", Rachel Wirtz, the freshman. Dantzler gives it off to Douglas underneath. Crane can't get it to go. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They're going to get it off. In the air, up, and good on the three-pointer.
They're going to count it, too.
They certainly are. Holly Woodard closes out the third quarter, and our score. The Indy Homeschool Wildcats 53 and Covenant Christian 34, and you're watching Warrior Basketball, powered by Indiana SRN.
Cold is just around the corner, and here at Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling,
we're ready for anything.
We care about our craft like we care about our customers.
Our technicians are fully certified
and up to speed on the latest equipment.
Available 24/7, we don't leave anybody in the cold.
That's our top priority.
We don't just work for the company,
we are the company.
So we do the best we can for every one of our customers.
Trust the name you know at Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We take pride in your comfort. Just call Summers. Summers.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the Indiana SRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Did Grandma miss the big game? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and tell Grandma she can catch it again. Watch it again anytime she wants. YouTube and Indiana SRN.
A 19-point bulge as the Homeschool Wildcats score 26 points in the third stanza. to take this 19-point lead. So with the final period coming, Covenant Christian needs to get to work right now.
And Covenant Christian had it down to 4
They
at
did.
one time.
They certainly did, and the great defense being applied by Homeschool today has been a big, big factor. Here's Hannah Ruddle, left side, shot on the way from way downtown by Julia Bookwalter, no good. And here's Bonnie Lou Ludlow back on the floor playing with 3 fouls. Samara Douglas also with 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound underneath, Douglas loses control, and that's Hannah Ruddle with it. Ruddle, top of the key, looks for help now down on the right side. Shot on the way, up and good. This one by Rhea Garcia, I think. 23.
That's correct.
Thank you, sir. Now a 21-point lead at 55-34 as we head into the final period of play.
You know, we talked about the number would be 40.
Yep. Well, after a 27-point play, here's Douglas underneath, can't get it to go. Rachel Wirtz on the rebound.
When you score 26 in the third quarter, you pretty much got 40 pretty quickly, don't you?
Once again, Homeschool playing with a great deal of confidence today. Coming into the game with a record of 11-2. Down in the corner, Garcia gives it off to Holly Woodard. Here's Wirtz, turnaround left-hander, and she traveled before she got the foul.
Watch this last second shot here. She recognizes how much time she has, and she sets her feet.
Holly.
Look at that.
Holly Woodard with the last second shot, buries it on the buzzer beater.
And then she walks off the floor like it's not a big deal.
Yeah, just like it's nothing.
Not a big deal. I do it all the time in my backyard.
55-34. 6:30 remaining in our basketball game. Here's Samara Douglas. Gives it off to Ludlow. Underneath the basket. Gets free and puts it in. 5th point of the game for Ludlow, who's been in foul trouble most of the game. Hollywood over. Now they bring it back over. Hannah Ruddle handles, ball stolen away. Crane, good hands on defense. Douglas down in the corner. Ludlow handles, got to stop. Douglas double teamed underneath, shot in the air, and she'll be fouled and get to the line.
How about 4 girls surrounding Douglas?
Yep.
They know the ins and outs of this defense. They have watched Covenant Christian play. Probably on Indiana SRN. So good marketing, huh?
Here we go with Douglas at the free throw line. First one is no good. Douglas unofficially with 7 points on the afternoon. One more coming here. All quiet on the western front. Second one is no good. Pulled down by Wirtz. Wirtz has got to be in double figures as far as rebounding concerned for this Homeschool team. Here's another 3 on the outside attempted by Rhea Garcia. They're not afraid to put it up, are they, Keith?
No, they're not afraid to put it up at all. And again, it just looks like Covenant Christian just cannot get things going.
Yep. And again, you got to have successive possessions. Here's a shot on the outside, no good. And rebounded there by the Wildcats. They'll bring it up and now bring it right back out.
Every loose ball and every ball in the air, the Wildcats have gone after the ball today, Steve.
Yeah, what we have not seen, as I started to say, for Covenant Christian is like successive offensive series where they can catch up in a big way. But no. Again, the defense by Homeschool has been that good. Ball stolen away. Picked up there on the deflection by Garcia. Underneath the basket. Shot up in the air by Bookwalter, and she has her first basket of the game.
They got everybody in the mix tonight.
57-36 now in favor of the Wildcats. Shot outside is by Chikamba for 3. Crane pulls it down, double teamed. And again, here's Douglas underneath. No. One more time coming. Maya Gamble with the rebound. Ball stolen away. Look at the hands in the paint there.
Oh, got away with a travel.
I thought so. End to end, Samara Douglas. Here's Bonnie Lou Ludlow from outside for 3, and she puts it down, and there's a timeout on the floor with our score. Indy Homeschool 57 and Covenant Christian 39. Just a reminder to keep up on all the happenings here on Indiana SRN. We invite you to check out our Facebook page and our Twitter pages at Indiana SRN, and all for the latest news and schedules. Just go to our website at indianasrn.org. And 3 coming here for the Covenant Christian Warriors. That's Bonnie Lou Ludlow. Bang.
And if you want to catch up on high school sports, don't forget to get the Hoosier Basketball magazine. It's the 51st publication. Check out the magazine this year, the cover for the whole entire state, and the players you want to follow. Follow Hoosier Basketball magazine on Twitter at HBB Magazine. And Kip was out and about at the Hall of Fame and didn't have the magazines out, but they are now available on Monday. So
triple header today on Indiana SRN, including this afternoon affair between Covenant Christian and Indy Homeschool. But tonight at 6:30, Class 4A battle between 2 Goliaths in terms of Lawrence North. Jack Kiefer looking for another victory, and Chris Hawkins for Crispus Attucks. 6:30 tip, and at 7:30 it'll be Cecina up against the home Covenant Christian Warriors. And look at that, Dantzler with a 3 on the outside. That's her 3rd triple of the game, and that'll get them within a little bit better. Rachel Wirtz all by herself, and a left-handed layup. 10, 11, 13, let's see, 14 points unofficially for Wirtz. Dantzler looking for Chikamba onside, and a bank. Looks like a bump there by either Wirtz or Woodard. Garcia picks up the personal foul. So no free throws to be shot here. Well, yeah, we are going to shoot free throws.
Interesting. Must have been on the ground, but he's going to give her 2. That doesn't make any sense.
Here's Chikamba. Free throw in the air, no good. Second free throw coming now for Patty Chikamba, averaging 15 points per game. There's Brewer coming back into the game, number 12. Brewer along with Wirtz and Hannah Ruddle, all in double figures today for Homeschool. Second free throw, no good. And pulled down there by the Wildcats. Up the floor they come. Louisa Shook handles. Gives it to Brewer. Moving to her right. Crane cannot catch up with her. Inside on a move by Alyssa Woodard.
Nice move.
So Woodard ups the lead to 19, 61-42. Chikamba misses on the attempted layup. Pulled down by Rachel Wirtz. 61-42 and a 19-point advantage, and look out. That is Gloria Brewer with a triple. Man, she's been hot.
I could see why they would like to go to her.
Yeah.
She had a slow start, Steve. She only had 5 in the first quarter.
Did you see that shot, Keith? Almost a left-handed hook by Patty Chikamba. 64-44 with 2:45 left. Underneath the basket, all by herself. Alyssa Woodard puts it in. And the defense coming off soft there for Covenant Christian. And back to a 22-point advantage. Down the lane, a whistle and a call. Second half, Keith, has been inundated with all kinds of whistles and fouls. Chikamba back to the free throw line. And look at this. Did she step over the line? Somebody did. She hadn't shot yet. Well, let's see here. She gets just one shot now, Keith. Yeah.
Yep. The violation can occur anytime that you get the ball in the arc.
There's a timeout on the floor for substitutions.
I will say this, though, Steve, as I officiated many years, what I try to do is tell those kids, here comes the ball's live. That's the second time he's nailed free throws, so he's watching that, and that's exactly what he needs to do.
And it it looks like Coach Dan Neitz is clearing his bench and taking out some of his starters here. So still 2.5 minutes remaining, but a 21-point advantage will pick up those substitutions for you right now. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see who's in. 22 is in. And who is 22 there, Mr. Keith Myers? Thank you. Leela Mahik.
30-second timeout called by Covenant Christian.
Once again, with 2:20 remaining here in the basketball game. Again, thank you for joining us here on Indiana SRN. It's been a good start for 2021.
Got games for you on Monday. The Lebanon Tigers taking on Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles in girls basketball, 7:30 start. On Tuesday, Guerin Catholic, check that. That is on Tuesday, Tri-West taking on Heritage Christian at 7:30. Then a big game, Trinity Lutheran at Greenwood Christian Academy, girls varsity game, 7:30 start. Top 5 teams in both Class A, and then also Traders Point at Washington on Tuesday. But
Trinity Lutheran ranked number 2 right now in Class A, and this will be a classic battle between those two teams.
Looking forward to working that game with you. This should be a lot of fun.
Game will be played at Greenwood Christian Academy. Good to see the likes of Izzy Reed once again.
Savannah Fly.
Yeah, Savannah, and it's been, Stubblefield has been a great addition to this team. So they've got 4 dynamic players on there that can score. Coming down the other end of the floor in the basket for Indy Homeschool as they up the lead to 23.
Mary Klein on her first basket of the night.
As we go under 2 minutes to play. Ball almost stolen there. Covenant Christian, 3-6 coming into today's game, having coming off that holiday classic at Ben Davis, dropping games to Ben Davis and Warren Central. And Indy Homeschool going to be very satisfied with this game today, Keith, as they get the new year off on the right foot.
Yeah, they'll go to 12-2 on the year.
Again, they have exhibited just fundamental basketball and great teamwork, no matter who's on the floor.
And, Steve, they do just like the other class schools in the association. They play higher competition during the year to get ready for their tournament, as their state tournament's coming up in a few weeks, and then also their national tournament in Springfield, Illinois.
Gloria Brewer with another bucket, gets her 20th point unofficially on the afternoon, and we go under 1 minute to play. And a 25-point advantage now for the Wildcats, their biggest lead of the game. McKenna Tully is into the game now for Covenant Christian, number 4. In addition to Maya Gamble, and a whistle underneath the basket. Let's see what we have here. 5-second violation, so the Wildcats will get it out. Let's see what Coach Scott Roscoe will do with the final minute of play. Holly Ruddle. Woodard with it. Brewer bounce pass underneath, looking there for Bookwalter.
I don't think they're going to go to the basket here to shoot. I think they'll just run out the clock here, Steve. This is great sportsmanship by Coach Roscoe. Roscoe, thank you. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
He did take a shot. Reyes underneath the basket on the rebound is Gloria Brewer. She brings it back up on top with 15 seconds remaining. Underneath, shot in the air, up and good. Holly Woodard. Holly Woodard makes it look easy. She had that buzzer beater with the 3, and now this underneath at the top of the backboard, and that's going to do it. We have reached the end of our game with our final score here today. It's the Indy Homeschool Wildcats 72 and Covenant Christian 45, and we're back in just a moment here on Indy.
As we finish this up, Steve, Wildcats finish at 12-2 and head to Mitchell on the 5th and Cincinnati Homeschool January 8th. And, of course, Covenant Christian plays City Alliance foe Tinley on the 5th and a conference game on January 7th against Babeuf.
Again, Gloria Brugger unofficially with 22 points on the afternoon to lead Indy Homeschool. Patty Chikamba with 12. Ludlow coming in with 7-8 points on the afternoon. And again, our final score here today, it's the Indy Homeschool Wildcats 72 and Covenant Christian 45. And until next time, on behalf of my broadcast partner and good friend.
Don't forget, we got a doubleheader for you tonight right here on Indiana SRN, Cecina and Covenant Christian at 7:30, and of course Lawrence North and Christmas Addicts at 6:30 on our doubleheader tonight. Don't forget, Monday we have games for you, and all through the week check out our website at Indiana SRN. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. If you'd like to help us put kids on the TV, you can probably do that several ways. You can reach us at coach@IndianaSRN or hit that donate button, our Indiana SRN.
Once again, our final score here today, it's Indy Homeschool 72 and Covenant Christian 45. And until next time, on behalf of my broadcast partner and good friend, the coach, Keith Myers, Steve McClure, reminding you he lives for you and for me. Good afternoon, everyone.